1.
Very nice. And I think he'll be on the black from there. It's fairly tight over in that left side for position on the black, but I think he is okay.
Eight. Nine. Sixty. Seventy.
So those two reds, as you can see, just directly above the cue ball, are both on.
24.
So chance to really accumulate here. He wouldn't worry
25.
about going into the bunch just yet, not with those two reds very invitingly placed for him.
And there's been nothing tentative about Aaron Hill's play this evening, has there? When he's been amongst them, he's got on with it. He's been decisive in his shot selection. He's made the odd mistake, of course, but he's looked confident. He's looked as though he's
32.
Been very much up for the challenge of trying to defeat the great Mark Williams. And he's getting himself into a position to make that happen now.
33.
This isn't what Williams had in mind when he levelled at 2-all in fine style at the interval. Now it's out of his hands, and that's a terrific shot from Hill. And if he's not on one, he's very unlucky.
I don't think he wanted to play to go into them there, but I don't know if he could just pinch the cue ball back for the red that he wanted. He is unlucky, but if the red goes in here over the top of that other ball, it is difficult cueing, but you know, this offers match-winning credentials.
That's another terrific shot. Again, there was no hesitancy about it from Aaron Hill. It was missable, it was awkward cueing, but he just got down and knocked it in. So, at the moment, not showing any signs of nerves within sight of victory. He's still got a bit to do, of course, to make that happen.
Well, I'm sure he didn't play anything like that. I mean, he is on the bottom red if he wants to. It's risky.
44.
But clearly he tried to force the cue ball further to the right into the 8 reds that are placed there. And now he's got a nice lead. He's got sort of lured into this red. If it goes in, all well and good, but it doesn't offer great position, and if he misses it, then he could do all sorts of damage. This has to be potted now, I think.
45.
Played it well. He didn't panic and play it with a lot of force. He tried to ensure the red dropped, and that was clever, I think. Easy to overhit on that shot. Well, these are big moments. Mid-range red. Like to have been
50.
closer to it than he is. The sort of shot you can just run it round off 2 cushions for the black. There is a slight angle. Sometimes it's almost a better way of playing this shot, but clearly there's distance between the balls, enough for this to be missable.
51.
Very good. Another cool shot where only his best would have done there.
And on that occasion, he did take a little bit more time, just removing a bit of fluff from the table, but it didn't affect his concentration. Getting ever closer now, 46 in front, 50 with the brown.
$55. $56.
So he's going to need this black, another red and a further colour for a famous victory. And these balls are going right in the heart of the pockets, but this is far from easy.
63.
Yes, I mean, it does say that graphic said 59 left, but it's not 59, it's 67 left. Because there are 5 reds on the table, so the graphic was wrong. But either way, another couple of reds will do the trick. This is a little tricky. Very nicely done again, and that kiss is not the worst either by any stretch. So now there is definitely 59 on now. This is match ball, and the red that will follow it will absolutely secure a very good victory against a former champion on 2 occasions here in Berlin, who's absolutely in tune with the temperature and everything it offers, against somebody who's not. But Aaron Hill has played nicely, and I'm delighted for him. Good result, this.
Upsets have been few and far between thus far. The big hitters have found a way through, even if they haven't been playing at their best. But oh, hang on, hang on.
72.
It's just about dropped in to make absolutely sure. Mark Williams played very well in frames 3 and 4 after a poor start. But since the interval, Aaron Hill has kicked on very impressively. Really terrific all-round performance, this, from Hill. Excellent safety when required. And he's shown
79.
a lot of confidence in amongst the balls, and no greater example of that than this frame. He has not been afraid of the winning line at all, and that bodes well. And it's another notable scalp. He's beaten
87.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, he's beaten Judd Trump, and he's now taken out Mark Williams.
88.
And he's doing it in style. Can he finish with a century? That would be the icing on the cake. It's been
95.
a fairly ordinary season for him. Down in the 60s on the one-year list. Only 1 round of 32 before
96.
tonight, so this will surely rank as his finest victory of the season, given the venue, given the calibre of opponent. Terrific. Outstanding break from Aaron Hill. His 9th century of the season.
103.
Well, I do think that he is the sort of player, he's quite aggressive against top players. I think he sees it.
106.
It's not something to be scared of, playing a leading player, but, you know, something to inspire him. And sometimes in the qualifiers, perhaps, the results have not gone his way. But his best form is good enough to beat that man today.
110.
So, wouldn't like to say how far in the event he'll go, but he's not impossible. He could go deep. He's good enough, I feel. So, all credit to Aaron Hill.
115.
It'll be Noppon Sankam or Jimmy Robertson next for him.
Aaron Hill, 115.
What a brilliant break of 115 that was from Ireland's Aaron Hill. Congratulated by Mark Williams. A thoroughly deserved victory. He played brilliantly after the interval. 3 straight frames, finishing with a century. One of the biggest wins of his career, certainly the biggest of his season. He's through to the round of 32, and he's done it in handsome fashion. Aaron Hill has beaten Mark Williams 5-2.